Hi guys, welcome to Two Docs Podcast. I'm Dr. Ellie here.
And I'm Dr. Ingky, and welcome to our podcast whereby it's two medical doctors and we generally speak about stuff which are really non-medical, more towards lifestyle, and
experiences.
Experience, we would mention things that we have done, and then we hope that we've seen, and we hope that you don't do the same mistakes as us.
Yeah. Well, we don't always do all the mistakes. Sometimes we use other people's mistakes, but we talk like it's our own.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, coming back, this week we have something very interesting. But before that, could you just hit that subscribe button and also like our podcast, and so that we can update you whenever a new episode comes on. This will be episode 92. We've been running for 92
weeks
consecutive weeks. Coming to the second year soon, man.
Hey, almost 100 episodes already.
Yeah, coming soon to 100 soon. We better find a good
we better find a good topic or a good guest. We haven't had a guest on for a while.
We haven't had a guest. Yeah. Actually, I got one guy, right, who's into MMA. So
MMA,
I actually want to ask, right, and he's a banker.
Okay.
I just want to ask, right, I've always wondered, at your age, right, of 30 plus, 40 plus, what makes you suddenly want to go into MMA?
Is it professional MMA fighter?
No lah. I think as a sport lah. As a sport lah. But never know. He might be. I'm not sure yet. Maybe. It's a friend of a friend. Anyway, coming back. This week we are going to be talking about something very true to home, close to you. We are going to be talking about social media persona versus reality.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Why? Because this guy is a huge social media persona. Thank goodness what you see is still what you get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. However,
not everyone does that. Okay. So, there is a Netflix series, all right, The Tinder Swindler. All right. So you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
So one of the thing regarding that is a lot of people, right, when you meet someone for the first time, or sometimes when even when you meet colleagues, right, sometimes to do a little bit of background checking, right, what you do is you go look them up on social media. Yeah, you want to see what they do.
Yep.
You know, you want to go through the photos to see what are their interests, and then to see whether, you know, maybe they post a lot of photos of travel or food, you know, or maybe they like to put photos of their family, or you know, some motivational quotes.
Yeah.
So these are generally how people do like background checks, you know, on other people, casual background checks.
Yeah.
But social media, right, it's more than meets the eye, and it is a lot of times, right, it's curated, I would say. I would say it's curated.
What does curated mean?
Curated means that I'm not going to show you everything. I'm going to show you the parts that I want to show you, or the parts that I think that's interesting about myself. That means that I might be a very boring person, all right, but I like maybe to travel, or I like to photograph cats. All right, so I'm going to put cats all over my social media feed. All right.
Curated. The first time I'm just cutting you for a while. The first time I actually came across this word was in a comic whereby they were talking about a museum curator.
Yes, generally the word curated usually comes in
galleries,
in art galleries. Yeah.
So art galleries and museums whereby you don't want to display everything in the museum. Yes. Some are dead boring because otherwise no one's going to come to visit you. So they put the best of the best there, and some others just to fill in the blanks.
Yes.
So that's what curation means, as what Dr. Ingky says. Giving you what they want you to see to make it look interesting.
Yes. Now, most people curate, but some people create. That means that they are not like that. They never existed.
Okay.
They are a totally different person.
All right.
But they want to portray something else, or a totally different person. So sometimes they can fake a name.
Okay.
All right. Might not be their real name. I've seen. Yeah. Fake a life. All right. They can even put photos which are actually not theirs.
Oh.
And I've actually seen, right, I've actually read about social media bloggers who have never traveled out of their country, but in their social media feed, right,
they're always traveling on a weekly basis.
Yeah, they're always traveling on a weekly basis. They're in like Paris one week, the next week they're in New York. But actually, right, they've never actually left their own country.
Yeah. I've read of those before, and a lot of them, they are stealing people's profile.
Yes, they actually steal a lot. Yes, they actually steal photos, and some even go to the extent, right, whereby they Photoshop themselves into the photos. Right? They Photoshop themselves into photos. They Photoshop themselves into other people's photos. Let's say there's a famous celebrity and they Photoshop themselves into the background.
Or even in front. Doesn't matter.
Or in front. Yeah. Say, oh yeah, I'm with so and so. And I've seen it happen before.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I've seen it happen before. There was a very famous cousins in Singapore.
Okay.
Right? They run this huge company called the Novena Healthcare Group. All right? It's public listed in Taiwan.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So they wanted to take over a football club, Newcastle.
Wow. Okay.
So they wanted to take over through one of their shell company in France.
Okay.
So to take over a football club, right, you need to have the nod from the FA committee. All right? You cannot, even you have money to buy the club, right, you cannot just simply buy.
Yeah. They need to vet you.
They need to vet you. So when they handed up their profile, everything, they said that we are some business owners. We have this company in France. And then with them, they have photos taken with Obama, with Bill Clinton, and a lot of major politicians. I think that at the time it was Tony Blair was the UK president, Prime Minister, taken together as well.
Okay.
Right? Later they found out they photoshopped themselves into all those photos. So they created a persona for themselves.
Back in those days, you still had to put in effort. Nowadays, right, there's templates for you.
Yeah, so
nowadays you can even get Obama to speak to you on template.
Oh yeah. Apparently there's a website whereby you can pay them, and then I think you pay them. Different celebrities got different rates.
Yeah,
and then they'll actually mention your name.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's really amazing. But
amazing.
Even that the apps on the phone, that face app.
Face app.
You can create something else of someone else to speak to you, or use your voice to speak through someone else's face, or the birth of these deep fakes already. Yeah. So coming back, as what Dr. Ingky was saying, when someone curates or creates their persona, they may not truly be who they are in real life. All right. And I think more so for the younger people who are watching, and if you see these people, we want to tell you, don't always take everything for its face value. Yeah, just take it with a pinch of salt. I do like some of them whereby they show all their perfect angle for the face, body, and then there are a few of these bloggers or Instagrammers who actually take the initiative to show the behind the scenes. How I take the photo to look super slim.
So nice. Okay.
Super slim face, super slim body, nice legs. Apparently there are enough angles and tricks on the camera and lighting that you can get it done. So not everything is as it seems.
Yes, correct.
How about in the beauty segment?
I would say the beauty segment is even worse because you want to look the best. All right, you never want to put out a bad photo because everything that stays on the internet stays there forever, even after you have deleted it. So nowadays, right, handphones itself is so powerful, and it comes along with a lot of apps that allows you to edit.
Or even edit live on the go.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I never knew this, but when you're doing a live event, using camera and all, there are apps that can actually alter your facial features live. Voice itself. Yeah, it alters it in real time, and I never knew that until I think I saw like some China live streamers, whereby their apps died on that.
A guy is being a woman. Oh my gosh.
So I think very importantly, right, it's a lot of people want to put out what they think other people want to see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And sometimes, right, if you tell yourself a lie enough, right, you actually believe in your own lie.
That's true. That's true. If you tell yourself over repeatedly that I'm such and such, you actually would live that lie.
Yes.
Even though you're not.
Yeah, and sometimes, right, you have gotten so far down the rabbit hole whereby you've lied so much, you want to tell the truth, but it's too late. It's too late because you've already created this persona for yourself, and you have people following you and people taking your advice and stuff like that, and you can't tell them, you know what, this is fake. This is not me. This is not real me. This is not real, and it's difficult to actually backtrack. Correct. So if you start your life or your relationship with a lie, generally you're just going to create more lies.
Now, why do people do that? Especially online today. Why do people do that? Why do you see? Because you're online more than me. Why do people want to create this kind of persona to portray to the world is it merely just because of insecurity, they like to be liked, or there are more motivation behind these kind of factors of curating and creating a persona that's not them?
I would say what you mentioned was actually the first one you mentioned was actually correct. Insecurities. Right? Generally, a lot of people, right, are unhappy with themselves or unhappy with their life.
Wow.
So what they want is they want to show people
that they are
right, that they are doing it, that they're happy and stuff like that, and they actually get this dopamine buzz,
the high,
when someone likes or comments on their particular feed or on their particular photos, right? And then once you get the dopamine hit, right, you want it again, because once you get a dopamine high, right, it doesn't last long. It lasts only for a few seconds, and then you'll be thinking to yourself, hey, I like the sensation.
Yep.
People are paying attention to me at last.
Yes.
You know, imagine if you go out with your friends and you're usually the quiet one, no one pays attention to you. But now when you're posting, people are paying attention to you. All right? People that you know, and a lot of times people that you don't know. Yeah.
Seem to appreciate you more
exactly.
than the people who knows you.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of times you'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this again and again and again. And after a while, right, it gets addictive. You're addicted to it, and you just want to keep continuing posting up. All right, and you want to make sure that you post only the things that you want to show people. So a lot of stuff that you do not know, that you don't want to post, you don't put up. But it also can be financially motivated, especially up to a certain point whereby you know, hey, I can make a living through social media. All right, I can make a living through social media. Now I'm going to pretend to be someone that I'm not. Right, to make a living through social media. Okay. And nowadays, again, it's very difficult to vet you through social media. Yep. And a lot of times, right, I think one of the talk that you had is when you Google someone's name, right, the first thing that pops up most of the time, right, is their social media feed, like
Correct.
LinkedIn and stuff like that.
Correct.
So
Correct.
if my LinkedIn profile or my social media profile is like beautiful and nice,
yes,
people that are willing to work with me, you know, my
associate with you with that kind of personality.
Yeah, people say, hey, you know what, this person have done so well. Yeah. So I want to work with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's financially motivated.
That is taking the long route now.
Yes.
The short route will be, you know, because they've told everyone else this persona so much, they associate with being able to be ambassadors.
Yes.
Ambassadors, advertising, and you do it once, you do it twice. If you have enough products, then the next product will say, hey, you've got, like, you know, consistent sponsorship. Maybe people do want to see you. And me as a product want to be in that same sphere of attention. Insecurity of product.
Yeah. So I've actually, and you see it actually all throughout all social media platforms, right? It doesn't it doesn't mean that only those people on Instagram do it. No. On Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, I've seen a lot of these so-called entrepreneurs on LinkedIn that will post all this super motivational stuff, get people to like and comment on all this. Again, it's just for them to validate themselves, to get this nice dopamine high.
I call it, you know, very crudely, the emotional orgasm.
Actually,
it lasts just a few seconds,
but it's fun.
Yeah, and you want it over and over.
You want it over and over.
And it becomes an addiction.
Yes,
an addiction. So your addiction to this emotional orgasm, aka self-validation.
Yeah.
So when it comes to social media profiles, again, if that's what's keeping you alive and giving you a living, and you are okay with that, that's fine. However, for people who are viewing it, take it with a pinch of salt, that not everyone seems to be that perfect.
Yes.
That perfect. I don't think anyone's life can be that perfect.
Yeah.
There will be somewhere along the line something that has a loop inside.
Yeah. So a lot of times when you do look at other people's social media feed, you might feel a little bit down because hey, you know, they are experiencing a very fruitful, a very colorful life
at a young age.
Yeah, at a very young age. Whereas me, you know, I'm sitting in an office or I'm sitting at home and I'm doing nothing. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. So just because someone puts up a lot of this fanciful posts doesn't mean that they're doing well. As you mentioned, there's a lot of stuff hidden in the closet. You know, the skeletons in the closet, whereby you don't see, because the way they curate it, they don't show it to you.
Yeah, and even some of these videos, take it for entertainment value.
Yes,
entertainment value. I've seen some like some China videos. Father and daughter seem to have a perfect relationship. They can, you know, make fun of each other, and the daughter seems to be very witty. However, these are all staged.
Yeah, a lot of them are staged.
They're staged very well. They're very good actors and actresses. However, it's still staged. Don't worry if your own kids are not going to talk to you like that, or your relationship with your partners are not as seemingly perfect as that, because it is still for social or self-validation through online media, so that other people will want to see them more and more and more.
So what advice would you give people when they want to put stuff on social media?
Well, again, I would say it really depends on your personality and what you want out of it. But I would say if you can be a bit socially responsible, if you want to create this persona, like what I said just now, I love the people who actually tell the behind the scenes story a little bit. You don't have to do it all the time. Once a month, once in 2 weeks, really doesn't matter. Okay, perfect. You put in a story, not a post. So it's short while. You see it. But you've done your part as a what do you call it? A social personality or a celebrity to say, hey, my life looks great, but these are some of the behind the scenes what's happening. My fats are like this, my face is like this, but it's only there for, let's say, a few hours. You see it, you don't see it. Most people, if you're a celebrity, they will pick up. But of course, are you ready to face the backlash? Otherwise, I would say it sets a very bad precedence to younger generation who feel that life should be peachy perfect. I sometimes get the fear that if my kids look at this kind of media content, and they feel that life, they are indebted to get this kind of life somewhere along the way, because someone else who's less talented, fortunate, smart can get it. Why not them? What would your advice be?
I would say you can post anything you like, but don't chase the likes, don't chase the comments. All right, a lot of people tend to chase for it. It means that they like when they take a photo, they want nice lighting. They want everything nice and perfect, so that people will click like, people will click comment. If no one likes your photos or your posts, it doesn't matter. If no one comments on it, it doesn't matter. What I like about social media is this. What I like about social media is first of all, it's a very good place for you to document stuff, right? Document your life.
Yeah.
Because you can then look back, right? It's like a photo album.
It's a photo album.
You can look back 8 years down the line. Hey, you know what? 8 years down the line, I went to this place, I met a couple of friends, right? So I document it. It's more of like a time capsule for you to travel back in time.
Plus, it's caption. You can actually write what you saw.
Yeah, you can actually write and things like that. And then on top of that, what I use social media for personally is I use it to see what my friends are up to, just to catch up with them. Right, it means that I see what they're up to, and if it looks like it's something that looks like they're actually having fun, what I do is I actually don't actually comment on people's posts. What I actually do is sometimes I actually text them directly.
Okay.
I say, hey, you know what? I saw your photo. You went to this particular place. It looks nice. How was it? Maybe we should go there next time.
Yeah.
So I don't actually comment on people's place on people's posts. All right. If you're using for work, all right. If you're using for work, of course, it's great to put a lot of all this motivational stuff, but don't fake it, right? Don't fake it, right? The term "fake it till you make it," don't do it, all right? Right? If you really have nothing to add, just don't randomly plug like proverbs from Google and put it there, right?
Yeah. So we hope you found this segment useful, especially for people who are content creators, but more so for those who are content absorbers. Yeah. All right. When you watch these contents, when you see this content, don't feel insecure if someone else is doing that great, and you don't have to jump the bandwagon. Yeah. You don't have to jump the bandwagon. Be who you are. Take it more as what Dr. Ingky said, a photo video documentation of your life that you can look back. It's a portable photo album that yesteryear's people never had.
Yep.
Yeah, but
right.
The yesteryear's people are using it like crazy now.
Yes.
They go crazy with it.
Yeah, they are on social media more than us.
Yeah, they're posting even more photos, but they're posting good photos though. Hopefully lah. So anyway, hope you guys found this segment useful for you. We are talking about social media versus reality. We'll be back again next week with another topic. Please hit the subscribe button so that you'll be updated on the next content that we create, or you can actually go and check out our website www.the2docs.com. That's the number 2. So it's actually updated there on a weekly basis, so it's easy for you to. All right, so with that, we are signing off this week. I'm Dr. Ellie here.
And I'm Dr. Ingky, and have a great weekend.